It's before I forgot again. Okay. So any question on this one? This one is a quite heavy concept. Okay, but then it's actually the same. It's really the same. Sama je. Okay. Make here, move along, fuse out, become transport vesicle, and then okay, and then go to the Golgi apparatus, move along, modify, and then fuse out. Okay, and then become secretory vesicle, and then go to the plasma membrane and then fuse out. Okay, well, I cannot make it full screen. Full screen. Okay. All right. So no question. Then I proceed. Yeah. Okay. Supposed to give you a break. Tak apalah. Okay. Okay. Do you need a break? Are you okay? My form 1 and form 3 had need a lot of break. They cannot focus. But then if you okay, I proceed. Okay. Can. Because I didn't time myself this time. To time myself. Okay, now 10 more minutes, I give you a break. 10 more minutes. Let me time myself. 10 minutes. Okay? All right, now let's talk about what are the mechanism of enzyme. Okay? How does it work? Okay, of course we cannot see the enzyme, right? It's so small inside of your body. Now, how does the scientist know? Okay, they have a hypothesis. Okay. Now, when scientists say they have a hypothesis is something that they already tested in the lab. Okay, it's a they cannot say it's a fact. Okay, they call it a hypothesis because that's how science is. Okay, we came out with hypothesis and this is what we came up with. Okay, because we cannot definitely say it's like that because we cannot see, right? Why it's not moving? Okay, so the hypothesis for how the enzyme work is called the lock and key mechanism. Okay, so who are the lock? Who are the key? The key is the substrate. Okay, anything that you want to break down or to make. Okay, the so and the enzyme is the lock. So if you see here, this is the key or this is a substrate. Okay, so if you remember the manga at your door, right? Okay, this one is very specific. It has a specific shape that is designed for this key. Okay, now like this one, that is how this enzyme mechanism works. Okay, are you why is like that? I don't. Okay, I don't. All right, so now first, okay, you look at this picture first, huh? Okay, first you have a specific substrate that look like this, neat, like this, huh? Very specific substrate. Okay, the word specific is very important. Okay, a specific substrate will approach the enzyme. Okay, where is it? Now, enzyme is a 3D shape, right? So there are certain area on the enzyme that the substrate need to find. You need to find the active site. Okay, this area here, okay. This area here is the active site, okay. If it binds here, then nothing will happen. It need to bind at the active site. Active site, again, is another keyword, okay. Now, the substrate must approach and combine where at the active site of the enzyme, okay. Then, okay, they will form this complex. Okay, they become like this. This is called, again, another key term that you need to understand. This topic ni kan, dia term dia sama je. It's always the same term. But then if you left out the certain term, okay, you might not get marks. Okay, you need to make sure you have those terms. Okay, now after they combine, or you can say they bind, okay, the binding of this enzyme and substrate, okay, will form an unstable molecule called the enzyme substrate complex. Okay, this complex exists in a very limited time lah. Okay, very just for a while. Okay, this is called the enzyme substrate complex. Okay, and then okay, the reaction will take place, and then suddenly the product will form. So this product become the orange and the blue color. Okay, originally it's green. Now it become the two product here, the orange and the blue one. Okay, your product is created, and then last the product will leave the active site. So you say the reaction can be completed. Okay, now this enzyme maintain the same, doesn't change. it can then use to use in another reaction. You find another substrate lah. Okay, substrate, this one done, is find another substrate. That's why I say the enzyme is reusable. Okay, because the active site does not change after the reaction. Okay, now in detail, what is actually happening? So remember, but you cannot. Okay, so how does it happen in detail lah? This one further explanation. Okay, so now if you put like an enzyme and a substrate in a container, right, for example, okay, they will move. They are molecule. If you learn in chemistry, you know that the molecule move around. Okay, and eventually, okay, they will collide. The substrate will collide. Wait, why cannot move? Hello. Okay, you see this one and the blue color and the orange color one, it will move randomly, and then when they meet at the correct arrangement, okay, then they will collide. Okay, and that again we call is the enzyme substrate complex. Okay, now this collision, for them to move around and to join together, okay, this again require energy. Okay, and the energy is what we call activation energy. Okay, another concept that you need to digest. There's a lot of concept in this. Okay, so enzyme, okay, need to collide. Okay, why is it need to collide? Because it want to speed up the reaction. Okay, but to speed up the reaction, it needs the activation energy. Okay, in the book. Okay, now we go to what is activation energy. Okay, if you are lost, you can tell me. Now, you see this wood over here. Okay, to set up the fire, you need a match. What's that match? Okay, a match. That is not a match. That is a what you call that? Lighter. Okay. Now, a lighter will supply the energy to make this wood burn. Okay. So this lighter is like the activation energy. Okay. Now the activation energy, okay, I got two definition here, but I actually like this more than the one in your textbook, but it's okay. So you follow the textbook, okay? The activation energy is the minimum energy needed for you to start a chemical reaction. It's the minimum energy needed to start a chemical reaction. So for example, for a substrate, okay, to become a product, okay, it needs to overcome the minimum energy, okay? The minimum energy. So for the wood to burn, right, it needs to have that little fire before it like burn, it become a big fire, okay? So how you define activation energy? Okay, is the energy needed to break the bond in the substrate, okay, before any reaction occurs. Okay, so this is a definition in the textbook. Of course, use the definition in the textbook, yeah. Okay, and when a reaction have a very high activation energy, okay, the biochemical reaction is slower. That is why, okay, enters the enzyme. Okay, enzyme is the guy, enzyme, okay, is the one that gonna lower the activation energy. Okay, EA. EA is a short form for activation energy. Okay, enzyme comes in, lower the activation energy, and this will make the biochemical reaction faster. Okay, now for example, I give you another picture. So imagine this is you, okay, and you have this rock here. Okay, in order for you to push, okay, in order for it to go downhill, okay, you need to push it until this uphill. Kamu kena tolak dia sampai atas sekali. Okay, so this is an analogy to apa tu chemical reaction lah. Okay, the rock had to overcome this apa challenge. Okay, in order for it to roll over, okay, until it become small rocks. And it roll over. Okay, so again, so what is activation energy? Is this energy for you to push the rock until this peak mountain. Okay, You need to push it until there, and then it will then happen. Just happen. But then the energy need to be overcome. So I know I'm making sense here, I don't know. But then if you have energy, now I'll show you another graph. Okay, what this graph is. Okay, now this graph, okay, show you the original. Let me change the color. 3 more minutes. Mati. 3 more minutes. Oh, where is my... Okay, never mind. Okay, now this graph shows, okay, the original energy that needs to be overcome by the substrate. So the substrate, okay, in order for it to become, okay, substrate, in order for it to become a product, okay, it needs to have this much energy, okay. Later on, it will then become the product, okay. But when you add enzyme, okay, the enzyme will lower the energy needed, okay, lower the activation energy, okay, so that a lot of more substrate can overcome the activation energy. So a lot of the rate of the reaction will increase. Okay. All right. Any question on that? This one is dry. This chapter is very dry and very heavy. But if you don't understand again, it makes all other chapter later on doesn't make sense for you. So this one, although it's very boring, you just need to understand it. Okay, very dry, very boring, tapi memory very crucial for you. Okay, enzyme is very crucial. Okay, now are you okay? Okay, the meeting is left with another 2 minutes. Okay, no question? Question? No question? You're so quiet, but in the class you're so talkative. What happened to you? Also, so this class is like this. My Form 3 class is so noisy. Even in the Zoom also so noisy. Okay, so
So
you are
CP like
CP, yes, it's I totally agree with you. It's a very, very dry topic. So macam CP is totally understandable. Okay. All right, now let's have a break. This one is real break lah, 5-minute break. Okay. So now it's 10:48. More than 5 minutes. I give you more than 5 minutes. 10:48. Then kalau 5 minutes is 55. More than 5 minutes. Okay. 10:55. You can re-enter a new meeting link lah. Okay. So have your break. Okay, go sleep or play your
sure.
phone. Okay, yes. Question.
I have a question.
Okay, other people can go break. Yes, Tanisha.
Uh, is there like questions where can we have the general characteristics of enzymes?
Is there any question there where you what characteristic of enzyme?
No, I mean ada tak soalan they give us and then we have to make like the midterm we did
You Tanisha,
the
you are
table for cell
putus.
wall and for the set.
It's like your voice is like not clear. It's like breaking in pieces. Cannot hear you. Okay, now if I understand you correctly, okay, do you see any question on characteristic of enzyme? Yes, there is. You need to know the property of enzyme. That one very important. Dekat mana-mana pun property of enzyme kena ada. Kena tahu, kena ingat, kena hafal. You have to just hafal, makan, minum. You